Assalamualaikum and hi! We are from BA1194G. So, we would like to present our video presentation that we prepared especially for Dr. Hasnizawati.
Hello everyone! Today we would like to talk about the process of doing this assignment. For this assignment, I first did some research to find a suitable company for our HR interview. After comparing a few companies, I decided to choose Bulan Bintang. The reason is because I worked there for 2 years, so I'm already familiar with the company's working environment and operations. Besides that, I have a good relationship with the HR team at Bulan Bintang, which will make it easier to discuss and arrange the interview session. I also know the location well, so it will be easier for us to plan our visit.
Next, I would like to introduce our group leader, Anis. She was the driving force behind this assignment, leading our team from the beginning until its successful completion. We choose her as our leader because of her strong leadership skills and her valuable connection with Bulan Bintang, where she worked during her semester break. With her excellent leadership, Anis organized the entire workflow by assigning tasks to each group members according to our responsibilities. She took the initiative to contact Madam Hana and coordinated the interview session by discussing the questions that would be asked, ensuring that the session ran smoothly and efficiently. Anis' connection with the Human Resources Manager played a significant role in the success of this assignment. It made the process of obtaining accurate and relevant information about Bulan Bintang much easier, allowing us to gather valuable insights for our report. We would like to express our sincere appreciations to Madam Hana for her kindness and willingness to assist us throughout this assignment. She warmly welcomed our team and passionately answered every question during the interview sessions. Her cooperation, sincerity, and valuable insight greatly contributed to the successful completion of our report.
After considering all these factors, I informed my group member and asked whether they agreed to choose Bulan Bintang as our company for this assignment.
After all of us agreed to interview Bulan Bintang, we proceeded by dividing the tasks for the assignment. We assigned responsibilities for each section of the report, including the introduction, company background, interview findings on the identified issues and solutions, and also the conclusion. Once the interview had been complete, each member prepared the assigned section to compile the final report. So, Misha will be responsible for the introduction, and then each group member will complete one selected issue. For issue 1, it will be prepared by Fatima, issue 2 by Misha, issue 3 by Umairah, issue 4 by Anis, and issue 5 by Misha. Finally, the conclusion will be prepared by Anis.
After informing my group members about my suggestion, they all agreed to choose Bulan Bintang as our company for this assignment. Then, I contacted the HR department to ask for their availability and to discuss a suitable date and time for the interview. Once the HR confirmed, I shared the details with my group member so that we could prepare our question, plan our outfits, and arrange our transportation before the interview. After informing my group members about my suggestion, they all agreed to choose Bulan Bintang as our company for this assignment. Then, I contacted the HR department to ask for their availability and to discuss a suitable date and time for the interview. Once the HR confirmed, I shared the details with my group members. We decided to schedule our interview on 8 May as it was the most suitable date for both our group and the HR department.
As you can see here, we're just checking the location and how far it's from the ITM. This helped us estimate the travel time, and Misha has already taken notes of all the important details for our planning to make it easier for us to plan the trip smoothly. The Bulan Bintang factory is located in Balakong, Cheras, Selangor.
Even though we had already discussed the interview details with Madam Hana through WhatsApp, we still decided to send a formal email to make everything more official and professional. Since our assignment requires us to conduct an interview and record a discussion about employment issues at Bulan Bintang, we wanted to make sure all the information was properly documented. At first, writing the email sounded easy, but somehow I spent more time checking the greeting, the wording, and whether the email sounded professional enough. I probably reread it more times than necessary. After making sure everything looked good, we finally sent the email and waited for a reply. Thankfully, everything went smoothly, and this was one of the important steps that brought us closer to our interview session with Bulan Bintang. Not gonna lie, the email only took about 5 minutes to write, but the overthinking before pressing the send button took much longer. After sending the email, we could finally relax a little bit. Now, it was just a matter of waiting for a reply and preparing ourselves for the interview. We were excited to hear real insights from the HR team and see how things work in an actual company settings. We would like to highlight the leadership shown by Mirza Hanis throughout this journey. Since she is the one with a driving license and a car, she took the responsibility of driving us to the interview location. Not only did she make sure we arrived safely and on time, but she also handled the commitment of being our driver for a day. While the rest of us were focusing on preparing for the interview, Mirza Hanis helped ensure that our transportation went smoothly.
On the interview day, most of our group members had already arrived at Bulan Bintang. However, one of our members, Umaira, had not arrived yet because she got confused with the location on Google Maps. To solve the problem, I shared my live location with her and waited at front gate so she could find us more easily. During our interview session, we faced another challenge because Madam Hana was unable to spend much time with us. To solve this problem, we sought advice from Dr. Hazinzawati. Based on her suggestion, we contacted Madam Hana through WhatsApp and asked if he could reduce the interview to only 2 questions so that it would not take up too much of her time. Fortunately, she agreed and we were able to continue the interview smoothly.
In this scene, we can see the brave and confident Misha and Umaira hearing the interview section to conduct the interview. They are ready to ask questions, gather valuable information, and learn more about the company operation through the interview session.
For further progression, I was responsible for compiling all the information gathered during our interview session with Madam Hana. Since we collected a lot of valuable insight, my first task was to carefully review every point and make sure no important information were left behind. It definitely feels like putting together the pieces of a puzzle, except this puzzle came with a lot more words, haha. Okay, after that, I organized the information into the appropriate sections and converted all the interview findings into our report assignment. I also checked that the content flowed logically, was easy to understand, and accurately reflected everything shared by Madam Hana. By doing so, I helped transform our interview data into a well-structured and comprehensive report that the entire team could confidently use for our final submission.
Finally, here's a big shout out to Fatima for her dedication as our video editor. While all of us contributed ideas for the video's flow, transitions, and overall presentation, Fatima brought those ideas to life. She carefully refined every scene, combined our recordings, and ensured everything flowed smoothly from beginning to end. Her creativity, passion, and attention to detail transformed our ideas into a polished and engaging final video, helping us present our assignment in the best possible way.